Hey everybody, my name is Mitch Carr, and if you found this recording, I don't know how you did it, but congratulations and thank you for watching. This is the first time I've ever done this. I don't really know what I'm doing. All I know is I'm a big soccer fan and I'm looking for a platform on which I can talk about soccer. So I can make you two promises about this show today. It's going to be less than 5 minutes and it's going to be about soccer. Outside of that, nothing. Joining me today will be Ian Hest. He's a college friend of mine. We went to the University of Miami together, but he has forgotten more about soccer than I may ever know in my life. He coaches the sport, he watches the sport, he lives and breathes the sport, and I trust him on all matters soccer. Ian, thank you for joining us here on this maiden voyage. I don't even have a title for this show, but you are a good sport and a good friend. You decided to be here. Thank you. We are recording this the Monday before the second legs of the UEFA Champions League Semifinals. The first game is going to be on Tuesday. Manchester City, PSG. Man City has a 2-1 lead on aggregate, and they've got 2 away goals. But this thing is not done and dusted at all. PSG is a huge threat. It looks like Mbappe is going to play as well. So how do you see this match going?
Who's going to blow it first? Like,
they both have a history of blowing it, right?
Right. Pep is known for blowing it. PSG is notorious for it. It's really a situation of who's just going to screw it up more.
I think a major concern of mine as a Manchester City fan is what PSG has to offer from a pace standpoint.
Man City versus French teams are bad matchups because it's a very specific style. The way that they come at this, they're going to have to sit in. Now, the 2-goal away goal advantage is highly advantageous in this situation because now they have the opportunity to almost chill a little and not play that aggressive action. The challenge comes with that is that it's an action that they're not accustomed to. They don't normally play that parking the bus style. They don't normally play that sitting back. They're always the better team every time they step on the field.
That's what concerns me again as a City fan, is that's when Pep short circuits, is when he decides to play a different style than what his teams usually do. When they decide not to go forward, when they decide that they're going to sit in and play defense, they usually, A, don't prevent goals, and B, don't score any goals. And that's a recipe for a loss right there. And moving on to semifinal number 2, we've got Chelsea, we've got Real Madrid, and it looks like Madrid might get Sergio Ramos back for this match. That's a 1-1 match on aggregate, and Chelsea has a slight advantage there with 1 away goal. I think the only thing I know about this one is that Chelsea is going to play some great defense, because ever since Tuchel took over, that team defensively has been hard to stop, or hard to score on, rather, unless you're West Brom, somehow.
Chelsea always finds those weird games, right? Where they're somehow against a far inferior opponent, they're struggling. And yet in these big matchups, they're one of the best teams in the world. And Real Madrid is similar in that right too, in the fact that they have had such a roller coaster year. It's been up and down. They have a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And I think that they are really going to go after the game. They're really going to attack it. They're going to take that all the way to the final because they're going to want to say, oh, you think that the EPL is the greatest league on the planet? We're just going to steamroll through all your top teams. I think that both of these teams have something to prove, which is why if Chelsea does what you're saying, where they're going to be a little more reserved, they're going to find themselves in a world of hurt. They really need to be the ones to say, no, we have the advantage right now in the tie, with it being 1-1 and them having the away goal. And if we sit back too much, Real Madrid's going to pick us apart.
All right, so give me a pick, though. You've got Man City versus PSG. Who you got there?
I think that the 2 away goals are just too much. I think Man City will be fine.
All right, so Real Madrid or Chelsea?
Real Madrid, just because I think that Chelsea is not in the best of form right now, and Real Madrid is surprising the heck out of me, especially in this tournament. They really have nothing else to lose. I think they're going to go after it.
All right, he's Ian Hest. I'm Mitch Carr. Again, if you found this link somehow by the grace of God, I really appreciate you watching. And Ian, I appreciate your time. Hopefully we'll do this again. You can join us again.
Thank you, Mitch.